My boyfriend handed me a key and whispered, "It's for her." The key turned in the lock and the hallway light swallowed my pulse. I expected a woman to jump out, a lover's perfume, some staged confrontation. Instead, the door opened onto a tiny room that smelled faintly of detergent and lemon. A single bed, a stack of sketchbooks, a child's backpack by the radiator. There was a girl asleep on the bed, hair tangled, a thin blanket tucked up to her chin. A nasal cannula traced her face like a strange string of moonlight. On the bedside table was a Polaroid taped crooked, the girl grinning between a younger version of me and another woman I didn't recognize. My throat closed. "Who is she?" I asked before I could mask it. My voice sounded too loud. My hands still clenched the key. He stepped back from the threshold like he'd been waiting for permission. "Maya," he said. She needs someone. I've been seeing her on weekends." My brain offered only two options, betrayal or a messy double life. The anger arrived hot, like a slap. "You didn't tell me." I kept it simple because I didn't want to cry, and maybe I already was. "I wasn't ready," he said. His hands were bare, empty of the excuses I wanted. "I found her through a charity. Her mom died last year. Custody was a mess. I promised I'd help without scaring you. I wanted to wait until I knew what I felt. It should have been relief. It wasn't. I felt edged out, sidelined by some private, noble decision he made without me. So you decide on my behalf?" I snapped. I pictured a life where secrets kept growing until they swallowed you whole. Maya shifted in her sleep and reached out. On her wrist was a bracelet with a name stitched in uneven thread, my nickname from high school, the one I hadn't worn in years. My tongue went numb. I remembered a night I had tried to forget. A hospital hallway, a folded blanket, a choice I'd made at 19 to sign papers and walk away. I had buried that memory so deep I thought it had died. And here in this warm, crooked room, a tiny human who smelled like citrus and marker pens offered me a hand. I didn't know if I deserved her. I didn't know if I deserved him. I sat on the edge of the bed, fingers hovering, and she opened her eyes and said, very small, "Are you my mom?" Everything rearranged itself in that instant. Anger, fear, shame, into a new, raw possibility. I took her hand and let it fit into mine like it had always been there.